me to sit here and say that it's completely his fault, but I had old school parents that felt like, hey, you do as I say, not as I do. So you try to be the best example for your children that you can be, but at some point they got to realize this is stuff that you might be able to get away with at home that's not flying outside of where we are. And you run around calling people bitches and throwing trucks at their head, that's a no-go.
He's 4 years old. He threw that at you like, yo, he tried to hit you with that truck too. How do you hold anger back, man? You know what I'm saying? It's like, ooh, I would have really went in on that kid.
And I think that's something you have to try to teach them. And so, I mean, I think it's hard, right? Because we're all just human. I think that's something that people forget about parents. I don't have kids, but I have, God kids. Their parents are younger than me. And so I get it. When you have children, there's no manual that comes with these babies. There's no manual. Everyone raises their children differently. So, I mean, people are so quick to criticize you and crucify you for the things that you do for your children, but there's not a one-size-fits-all. It all works differently. So, yeah, I spanked him because he called me a bitch and threw a truck at my head. But there's been some times where he knocked a cup off the table and water spilled, and he was like, shit. And I laughed because it was funny. And I couldn't help myself. So maybe I should have spanked him in those situations too, but we're all human. And sometimes they say shit that is just funny. And no matter how hard you want to be like, okay, don't use that language, or hey, don't do that, you have to let it go. Sometimes you just have to laugh at them and and hope for the best, because they are funny little people.
Right. Yeah, people finally catching on. No. Now they call his mama. That's his godmother. See, they in here so busy typing, they ain't missing what you saying in here. She was saying, VJ was saying, her godson,
okay,
4-year-old.
Y'all not about to thumb thug me to death. Look now. Y'all not gonna thumb thug today.
They thumb thugging up in here on you. Yes. You know, the chat room was like, wait a minute, what happened now? You know, so they so fingers moving.
He's not my baby. He's not mine. I did not push him out of my vagina. I don't have any. I'm his part-time mother.
That's right.
I help out.
But it's necessary. Mine. Like you said, it's necessary. But the good thing is, you being the godmother, she gave you, permission to, put a little discipline if he needed. You know what I'm saying? They're like
the thing about it is that they are very indulgent. That's the problem. They're very indulgent. They don't spank him for anything. He cries, they give it to him. He cries and acts a fit, they just let him. And therein lies the problem. But I don't really have those issues. Aside from him throwing that truck that time and calling me the B word, I don't have those issues with him. Because he knows I will probably punch him because he knows that his anger makes is crazy, and I'll punch him in his goddamn chest. Well, not actually, but he knows that I'm the disciplinarian. I'm gonna punish you. I may not spank you, but you may have to go in timeout, or I'm gonna take something. His parents let him throw fits in the store and all that other stuff, and I don't do bad children.
Shane said he allergic to bad kids. You ain't date no women with bad kids?
Skin itch. Oh, bad children make me itch. He's right.
Yeah, it's bad. So, all right, a couple of different situations. I was dealing with somebody, a little while back or whatever, who had 2 young kids, and it's a hard thing to try to step into a situation when the parenting has already started and you weren't there from the beginning of it. So when you try to jump in and try to, fulfill that role that they're missing or whatever, a lot of their ways are already set, even at a young age. So the girl I was dating, she had a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. And so, they used to, they didn't have bedtimes. They didn't, and mind you, we both worked. You know what I'm saying? We both worked. So it was when we got home, it was all right, we got to, shut everything down. It's, time to lay it down. And they'd be up till 12, 1, 2. Mind you, they're 2 and 4 years old. So I'm trying to shut all this down because I'm if I'm going to be around y'all like this and, I'm planning on being here long term, this has got to change. And it was I wasn't getting any backup from the mom in that situation. So it's okay, well, these ain't my kids. These are your kids. I'm trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? Establish some structure in your life. And if you're not willing to help me, at the end of the day, this isn't my responsibility. So after a while, it's like, all right, I'm out. Like, you're not doing what you need to do. You know what I mean? As the mom in this situation, again, I'm, for all intents and purposes, just stepdad. Like, I'm not dad. You know what I mean? Like, so that's one instance of where it's like, okay, but that's more the parents' fault in that situation. Whereas in the situation I was talking about yesterday with y'all, that's my homeboy, and it's his stepson, right? He recently got married, and so his wife, already had a son from, before or whatever. So he's taking him on as a stepson, and it's like, so I get to a degree why he doesn't want to discipline him the same way that he does, like, his own daughter, because that's his flesh and blood, and you know what I mean? Like, he was around from day one with his daughter, whereas with Trey, that's his stepson's name. Whereas with him, it's like, he's only been around for a little over 2 years now. So he's still trying to figure out how to parent him and not go off every 30 seconds because Trey does stuff that, like, and it's like, he knows what he's doing. I showed y'all the video yesterday when I was like, he already told him like 3 times to stop messing with the dog. And then I sent y'all a video. What was he doing? Doing the same thing, running his little truck into the dog. And so I'm like, this is the type of stuff, this is annoying. Like, and his mom is there a lot of the times, but she's like in the house doing stuff. So if she's in the house doing stuff and me and my boy are in the backyard and your son's running in, like, it's not my position to really say anything at that point because you're not my boy's like his blood son. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're the mom's blood son, and that's not my friend. Like, you know what I mean? He's my friend. Like, she's not. So that would be out of line for me to get in there and say something. Like, so it's just a weird, awkward thing, but it's like I have to see it all the time, and I'm like, so y'all ain't gonna do nothing, huh? Like, y'all are just gonna keep letting them bang stuff against the glass and leave the door open, running in and out, and messing with the dog, and screaming at y'all. Like, y'all just gonna keep letting them do it because it's annoying to deal with it. That's what it is. You know what I mean? And like I said, he's 4, so, so it's the same thing. And then my thing is, too, because I also don't have kids, I don't know how developed kids are supposed to be by certain ages, if that makes sense.
Right.
So, like, I don't know where a 4-year-old is supposed to be in life. Like, I don't know what they're supposed to know. I don't know what they're supposed to, you know what I mean? Like, a 5-6-year-old, I kind of know that because you're, like, kindergarten, 1st grade.
Right.
Okay, I know what you're learning then. But before that, everybody's different. Some 2-year-olds can talk as good as us, and some 4-year-olds can't put together a sentence. So it's like, I don't know where you're supposed to be at before 5. Like, I don't know what to teach you.
Yeah. Yeah,
and it varies from child to child. So,
and Thorny Switch said, and then it's the dog's fault when the dog bite the kid because he over there messing with it. You know what I'm saying? So,
then it's the dog's fault. Then
right.
Everybody gets mad at the dog, and I'd be like, and it's funny because I stick up for the dog. Like, when the dog like turns around and snaps at him or whatever, and all of a sudden they're like, hey. And they start yelling at the dog. I'm like, nah, he's been over there pulling his tail for the last 5 minutes. Like, that was bound to happen. And then they're like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, y'all got to pay attention. It's not always the dog. Like,
wow.
Most of the time.
What kills me is people that have pets and they have, like, they have small children and they have pets. Like, it's still an animal. Like, they still, like, you, as much as you want to say it's a part of your family, it's still an animal. So if your kid is over here pulling it by the ears, riding it like a horse, kicking the dog in the ribs and shit, like, what do you expect it to do? The dog can't be like, hey, quit. The dog is literally not gonna turn around and be like, hey, could you tell him to stop because really I'm starting to get aggravated. Could you kind of
looking at him like
that?
The
dog can't say that.
He be looking at me like that, like, Shane, I'm getting him.
Yeah.
Like, I get the stare. I'm like, I know, man. I'd be like, I want to, man, but, I can't. I'm sorry.
Right. Exactly.
I know this is hard. I feel you. Stay strong.
Right.
Stay strong. Hey,
shout dog. I don't.
Go ahead. Shout out to my man.
Dog, that's it.
Shout out to my man Vince right up in his piece, another X-Squad affiliate, the sports governor, the governor of sports talk in Minnesota. He represents the X-Squad out of the Midwest, up in that cold state of Minnesota, and he's got several shows. Sports Done Right. He's got the Sports and More show, a.k.a. the S&M show. He also does a boxing show with IE Sports Friday nights, man. My man works, man. He's on all kind of shows, man. He are found on xsquadaffiliates.com and Spreaker. And also Bab up in
Hey,
here.
everybody who's listening from the Midwest, type your city. If you can type in the live chat, type your city if you're from the Midwest.
Type your Midwest. Everybody from the Midwest, go ahead and type it in there. My man Big Apple Bastard up in here also, the Thumb Thug of Ninjaville. somebody ain't gonna lie. The thing about Spreaker is people be spoofing accounts, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't even know if this is Big Apple Bastard, but they be going here mess with other people's names and saying stuff that you think the real person said and they ain't said. It's a ruthless world here in this chat world. I ain't even gonna lie. Ruthless. Anyway, shout out to Big Apple Bastard, whether it's the real one or not, the Thumb Thug in Ninjaville. Welcome, man. Welcome. Hey, while y'all chatting, y'all Midwest folks chatting in y'all's, typing in your cities, we'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue chopping it up, y'all. All right, here we go. We'll be back.
All right, let's pause for a break.
Let Whole Team Enterprises be the #1 source for all your marketing needs. They specialize in web design, graphic design, videography, flyer printing, t-shirt printing, web hosting, and more. For your business or next event, be sure to reach out to Whole Team Enterprises at www.wholeteam.com.
Be sure to get your car serviced by the professionals at ICN Services, located in the Buckhead area of Atlanta. They are a full-service automobile concierge service who are an on-site automobile detailing provider with the advantages of their come-to-you service. Your car can get their needs taken care of while you continue your day. They will take your vehicle to appointments, inspections, repairs, returns, and more. Find them online at www.itscleannow.com or reach them at 404-934-0675.
Go see my guys at Platinum Auto Accessories in Lithonia, Georgia. They can get your car audio needs tight. In addition to the audio enhancements, they specialize in visual enhancements for your car as well. Lighting, rims, alarm systems, remote starts, and more. Visit Kevin and James for some of the best deals in the Atlanta metro area. Conveniently located at 2648 Lithonia Industrial Boulevard, off I-20 and the Evans Mill exit. Also give them a call at 678-323-7888. Mention this ad for a special discount. Friends of the Kickin' It with Kysii show.
You reach Kickin' It with Kysii show.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, game show host, father of 5, and all-around big dude. I'm also an expert on drama. I know all kinds of drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids. There's the bad kind like season-ending injuries. There's the necessary kind like having an agent in Hollywood. And there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your high school diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org.
Or text diploma to 97779. Message and data rates may apply. Reply STOP to opt out. That's diploma to 97779. And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Yo, this is your boy Kysii from the
Kickin' It with Kysii show.
When I want to jam, I'm jamming with Queen Josie and DJ New as they're kicking those vibes.
Ladies and gentlemen, hear me and hear me good. If you like sports, then you like the Wait a Minute Show. If you like comedy, then you like the Wait a Minute Show. If you like a different opinion coming from a different angle, then you like the Wait a Minute Show. So join me Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with your host, Jelani JB Bodie. And of course, my man Lopan on the waitaminuteshow.com. Ain't that right, Lopan?
We don't take orders from superfools. We give them
X gon' give it to you.
any and all